Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Southport in the Championship, and we are now on the 1st of February. I did say we were going to come back for possibly the Middlesbrough game at the end of January. I decided to basically just keep ploughing through on into February, so we're going to be up against at least Crewe, probably Nottingham Forest today. Obviously, being January, the transfer window has swung open, it has closed as well, and we might have sold our number one goalkeeper. Ulises Terrazas, the American and Mexican goalkeeper, has gone and joined Championship rivals Derby County. And you're probably asking why. Why have we sold Terrazas? It's simple, really. Because they offered £6.75 million, potentially rising to £10.25 million. As a club who literally only had £3 million in the bank, that's just stupid not to turn down. Not to accept even. So yeah, we basically had to do it. Luckily for us, obviously, we do still have Karamoko Kone, who I might have loaned to ASEC Mimosas. He played 6 games and luckily I was able to recall him, because if we couldn't, we would have ended up playing Aaron Gage, I think is his name, a guy that we signed from Cliftonville in the summer, loaned to Port Vale, who then returned in January. But yes, Karamoko Kone will be basically our number one goalkeeper now until the end of the season, because we don't have much other options. 2 other bits of news for players leaving the club. Diego Reyes, the Mexican, has gone out on loan to Atalante, who I think are a Mexican side. He needs first team football, so he's going to go there, get a little bit of football for a season or 2. Maybe he's probably not going to cut it at our level of football. Look at me speaking like we're a really high quality side. I can't imagine he's going to be good enough for Championship and Premier League football, so maybe this is the last we've seen of Diego. And almost certainly the last we've seen of Luke 09, he has gone on loan to Oxford. I think he might be out of contract at the end of the season. So yeah, he's just going there until his contract expires. Joining the club then is a Chilean goalkeeper. And it was actually a transfer that took place in November, near the end of November. Yeah, he's all right. I say he's all right. He's not very good at the moment. He's 1-star current ability, 4-star potential. I don't really know why I signed him. I have to admit, I probably signed him when he was about 15 years old and he's only just turned up. And another example of that is Marcelo, who is a German and Brazilian. 2-star current ability, 5-star potential on this lad. Think there's probably a lot more to come from Marcelo. Maybe on loan at Eastleigh, apparently. And now the first of 3 players to join on loan. It is Rafael Afonso, a 21-year-old Portuguese central defender signing on loan from Norwich. Basically, he's really good. I just wanted to strengthen up our defence. Getting in a 3.5-star defender from Norwich for pretty much, £6,000 a week isn't bad money. So yeah, Rafael is in the bin. In the bin? In the bag. In the van. At the club. Clifton Miller is up next. A 21-year-old English midfielder and right back from Bournemouth. He's played once for us already. 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential. He has been brought in because I needed a defensive midfielder. Problem is, he's not actually a deep-lying playmaker. I mean, he is, but he's not naturally good there at the moment. So he's going to hopefully get a little bit better. He will be probably playing a reasonable amount of football. The next one we've signed is a player that we definitely didn't need, but he's already proven that he's very good and probably is a decent signing. On loan from Tottenham Hotspur, it's Rourke Murray, a 21-year-old English attacking midfielder, I guess is what you'd call him. He's basically going to be our left-sided inverted forward or inside forward, but he can also play on the right. He can play as a striker. He can even play in central midfield if we really need him to. 4-star current ability, 5-star potential. He's already played twice for us, scoring 2 goals, getting 1 assist as well. That's our transfer business. We've also had some interesting results as well in January. So we got knocked out of the FA Cup, a 2-1 defeat against Bristol City. Sebastian Millet with our goal, conceding in the 91st minute. We lost against Leeds. This time it was a 2-1 defeat. Once again, Lelico on the score sheet for us. An 88th minute winner for Leeds here. And then for some reason, away from home against Crystal Palace, we battered them 5-1. Rourke Murray, I think that might have even been his debut, scoring twice. Millet, JLP and Leonardo Mercado on the score sheet. And then against Middlesbrough, it was a 1-0 defeat. An 89th minute winner in this one as well. If we could just learn to defend after 80 minutes, we probably would have picked up an extra 3 points. I say 3, we might have actually got through into the FA Cup 4th round. We don't care about cup competitions. It does mean that we have dropped down the league a small amount, but realistically, we are flying high. We have broken the 50-point barrier, which means relegation is pretty much off the cards now, which is perfect. it means that we can pretty much just cruise till the end of the season. If we start getting a little bit back into this playoff fight, which I don't think we're going to, we might have a few more episodes, but realistically, maybe 2 or 3 more episodes left of this season, I think. Hopefully, we're going to start this episode off in terms of matches at the very least. I know we're probably about 5 or 6 minutes in, but hopefully, in terms of matches, we're going to start this off with a bang. The last time we played a team away from home, we scored 5, and that was against a mid-table Crystal Palace. A recently relegated Crystal Palace as well, apparently. Up against Crew Alexandra, the team who are currently rooted to the bottom of the table with 24 defeats and a minus 37 goal difference. I want to destroy them. I want to absolutely destroy them. The starting lineup then for the Crew game, it will be Karamoko Kone in goal, making his 3rd start for the club, and this is obviously his first start after returning from his little weird loan back in the Ivory Coast at ASEC Mimosas. It's going to be Ibrahim Diop, Rafael, Afonso, Orellana and Spadera as the back 4. Clifton Miller will be the defensive midfielder. Prevost and Jose Luis Perez will be the central midfielders. Mercado, Rourke Murray and Sebastian Millet will be the strikers. You'll notice that Sebastian Millet has a transfer agreed. It's to Sevilla. He's not joining us. I tried. I say tried. I didn't try because I couldn't try. He was wanted by Juve, Real Madrid, Sevilla and a few other teams in Spain. So yeah, Sebastian Millet clearly is very good at football and we're not going to have him beyond the end of this season. Crew are basically playing the same formation as us then, aren't they? They are playing the deep-lying midfielder, a couple of central midfielders, a couple of wingers as well. I was expecting to do the team talk myself then, and I just blindly clicked ask the assistant. Right, Crew Alexandra, away from home. We seem to do alright away from home, so hopefully we can do alright here. That is a wonderful goalkeeping kit, if I might add. They do have the ball. It's Jan Dander on the left-hand side. He's going to have to go backwards. Instead, actually goes into the middle. Lowry back to DeWise, possibly Pickering into the penalty area. We are literally 2 minutes in, and Crew have their first chance on goal. Throw for Crew once again, Pickering with the throw. Jan Dander collects it back to the throw taker. Pickering once again, McLaughlin. I think he's a central defender who's pushing deep into our half. Lowry has the ball now, across to Dander. Dander's going to possibly play a ball across to the right-hand side. DeWise finds Ginnerly in the penalty area. Ezio Spadera nicks it away. And now the Spurs loanee, Rourke Murray, can just smash the ball upfield towards Sebastian Millet. It's going to come back towards us, though. They are passing it around, trying to break us down. Pickering on that left-hand side, runs forward, crosses in. It's a header clear from Orellana, only as far as Ginnerly. Cone, though, makes a very simple save. And then immediately kicked upfield, and the highlight is carrying on. Millet collects it from Murray into the penalty area. He tries to cross it. Rourke Murray is there, gets his 3rd goal of the season. And we really didn't deserve that, did we? That's been all Crew for the first 10 minutes of the game, and we've just nicked a goal. Whether we deserve it or not, I don't care. We're winning. That's all we need. We're moving up to 8th place in the table as well, if everything stays this way. Throw on the right for Ibrahim Diop to Sebastian Millet. Diop gets the ball back after a blocked cross. It's Miller, across on the left-hand side. It's Ezio Spadera. It's Millet with a headed effort, but this time it is over the bar. Right, we're starting to get back into this game, or are we? Lowry with the corner for Crew. A header clear from Millet. Wintle collects it. He's got a couple of players in front of him. Lowry has it now in the penalty area. Wintle once again back to Lowry. Back to DeWise. DeWise. It's going to be something like DeWise, isn't it? It's 1-1. Crew Alexandra, a team who are bottom of the table, have just equalised. We always struggle against bad teams or poor performing teams, don't we? 26 minutes in. This is going to be a very long episode if this match keeps going the way it's going. Orellana forward to Clayton Miller. On to the right-hand side is the best Uruguayan ever to play football in Liverpool. Sebastian Millet into the penalty area. It's a great save from a great goalkeeping shirt. It's still 1-1. Have I mentioned how much I love Crew's goalkeeping kit? It's disgusting, but also amazing at the same time. Throw for Diop once again. Mercado has it back to Ibrahim Diop in the middle to Prevost. He's gone for a long-range effort and it hits the first man. And now possibly Crew can break back to Viner though. Mercado nicks the ball away. He's going to run direct towards goal. Mercado goes for an effort. He's dragged it wide of the left-hand post. It is still 1-1. And it remains 1-1 at half-time. We've probably been the better side, but we're just not really taking our chances. We're going to calmly say, I'm not happy. People looked fired up. I mean, no one's playing massively badly. This is the problem. We're playing average. They're playing bad, we're playing average, and we're just not taking advantage of it. Lowry with the ball in, and Viner's headed effort is just over the bar. Their goalkeeper is on a 7.0, and might I add, he's wearing a bloody wonderful goalkeeping shirt as well. Lowry has the ball from Pickering. What a weird slide tackle that was. I don't know who went for that. It's a header clear from Afonso. Now JLP finds Prevost on that right-hand side. He's got a wicked haircut as well. Lovely mohawk on the man. Mercado into the penalty area. Plays it across. Millet's there. It's a terrible effort from Millet, and the ball is cleared. Right, that's going to be the last we see of Millet. It is going to be Lelico coming on. Because obviously Murray has come in, Lelico doesn't get a lot of chances now as a left winger. So let's see how well he does as an advanced forward instead. Crew with the throw, Pickering to Lowry. Those two seem to be always involved with any highlight that involves Crew. We're 2-1 down to Crew. The team that are bottom of the table, we are 2-1 down. Since January, we've been pretty bad, apart from the Palace game. So I'm not really surprised that we're losing. Have Crew moved off the bottom? Nope, of course they haven't. They're 10 points away at the bottom of the table, and we're losing. The ball comes in from a free kick. JLP goes for a weird effort. It's wide of the goalkeeper's post. It's 2-1 to Crew. We can't lose this game. Free kick for Ezio Spadera, 75th minute. Orellana to Spadera once again. He's going to run into the middle. Right-footed ball towards the right-hand side. Leonardo Mercado, he's got 4 in the box. If he can actually, kick it, maybe. Diop, you can kick it. There you go. Lelico doesn't win the header. Wintle heads down. Ainley gets it forward. Spadera intercepts. I say intercepts. I don't think it was going to anybody in particular. Rourke Murray on the left, our goal scorer. Back to Spadera. He's gone for a cross. Prevost to Mercado. And Leonardo Mercado gets his 8th goal of the season. Makes it 2-2. 2-2 is nothing to be celebrating about against a side that are bottom of the table. Right, we do still have obviously 2 subs to make, so we might look at doing that. What are we going to do? Diop off for Sungui. We're also... I've just seen... I never pick my subs bench, but I've just seen we've got a defender. I mean, we've just brought on Sungui, he's kind of versatile. We've also got another right back in Marcelo. Bartosz Gora, possibly? I mean, we can't do that because he's just scored. We can do that. We're going to do that. Bartosz Gora is going to come on for the goal scorer, Mercado. Seems a bit harsh, but he's only done one good thing, and that's score the goal. Murray with a corner. We've got 2.5 minutes to play. A header clear. Pickering gets it clear further, but Alain Prevost is going to collect the ball inside the centre circle and all the way back to Karamoko Kone, who just plays a very long ball upfield towards Rourke Murray. Spadera now back to Kone once again inside his penalty area. He's gone for another long ball. Doesn't manage to find a single yellow shirt. Spadera forward to I nearly called him Mickey Rourke. It's Rourke Murray into the penalty area. He's been tackled. He's been tackled now. Ainley can possibly break down that right-hand side for Crew. He's miles away from Spadera. He's got a player in front of him. Karamoko Kone makes a fairly simple save. A draw here is not good enough. A draw here is definitely not good enough. I mean, that ball's not come onto the pitch. That's a foul throw. That is a foul throw, if I've ever seen one. We do have the ball. We've got a minute of injury time to play. Rourke Murray has the ball, running forward. He's got Gora to his right. He's lost out, keeps the ball. Bartosz Gora goes for goal. It's a good save from the keeper, but I think Gora was offside nonetheless. A 2-2 draw with bottom of the table Crew. How have we conceded twice against them? Their goalkeeper gets a 7.0 rating. Ours gets a 6.9 somehow. I don't know how, because he conceded 2. I assume, well, the Hugerworth, that's a weird name, Hugerworth goal I don't think was particularly great. It's a point. It's better than no points. You are going to get an angry shouting at. That just was not good enough. There you go. Most people listened. Well, the draw leaves us still in 9th place, 3 points behind Derby County, where Terrazas has gone. Did he play? Did he actually play in the Swansea game? He did. Ulysses Terrazas has gone to Derby to be a number 1 goalkeeper. That's kind of cheered me up a little bit. Right, what we are going to do now then, we are going to go forward to the Nottingham Forest game, which is at the end of February. We are, like I said, there's probably only this episode and maybe 1 or 2 more left of this season, because like I said, I don't think we're going to do a huge amount. It might just be the next episode is the last one of the season, which could be Cardiff and Brentford, possibly. Who knows? So we are back for the Nottingham Forest game. We have played 2 matches in between the Crew and the Forest game, and Sebastian Millet has scored 8 goals. I don't know what came over him. In fact, he scored all of the goals that we scored in between. We started off with a 5-0 victory against Portsmouth. Sebastian Millet scoring a hat-trick in the first half, then two into the second half as well, one of them from the penalty spot. Then against Huddersfield, a 3-1 victory. Sebastian Millet scoring himself a hat-trick in this one as well. I do not know what has come over Sebastian Millet, but I hope he keeps this form up until the end of the season. Sevilla are going to have themselves one hell of a player if he keeps doing this. I think Millet has now scored, 21 league goals in 28 appearances. That's ridiculous. Those two victories as well mean that we move up to 8th place in the table, 58 points now on the board, and we have joint second best goal difference in the league. Us and Burnley on positive 24. It's only Watford who are miles away on positive 39. And Sebastian Millet has also managed to find his way into the top goal scorers list as well. In 3rd place, 1 goal behind João Pedro, 3 goals behind Mason Greenwood, who I think might have even left the club. No, there were some offers for Greenwood during January. Clearly, he's still here. Right, next up then is Nottingham Forest. Let's try and win ourselves our 3rd game on the spin. Let's try and get Sebastian Millet to get a 3rd hat-trick in the first half on the spin as well. It's not going to happen, but we can hope. For the Forest game then, we are going to play exactly the same starting 11 as the previous 2 matches. It's Karamoko Kone in goal, Clifton Miller, Paul Leao, Mauricio Orellana and Fred Langton as that back 4. Rafael Afonso will be playing as a defensive midfielder because basically Stuart Pearce, our assistant manager, not this Stuart Pearce, the actual manager, he basically suggests that Afonso should be a defensive midfielder. So, you know what, let's go for it. Also, he recommends that Clifton Miller should be a right back. So we'll listen to him. He seems to know what he's talking about. Antoine Prévost and JLP will be the central midfielders with Mercado, Rourke Murray and Sebastian Millet as our strikers. So we are still pushing for this playoff spot, which, if we get it, that's pretty ridiculous. And I'm thinking, because we are still pushing for this playoff spot, there's probably 2 more episodes left of this season. We're on 37 games so far. How many in total? 46? So we've still got 9 games left to play, so we're going to see possibly 4 of them. Obviously, this one is the 5th of those remaining games. Miller's throw to Millet. It's now Mercado running down that right-hand side. Across to JLP. He goes for a long-range effort. Goes wide of the front post. Goal kick for Forest. It's long towards the halfway line. Lombardi, wonderful control. Has to go backwards though. Sibic forward to Nakamba. Lombardi once again on the right-hand side. He's got Fred Langton in front of him. Tries to find himself some space. Does manage to cross the ball in, but it's behind most players. Dowell, edge of the area to Mighton. That's a good name. I like that name. Ribeiro on the left. Lots of space to run into the penalty area. Miller closes him down. Smith, edge of the area. Back to Nakamba. Now Ribeiro once again. Forest are all over us at the moment. This is the complete opposite from the last 2 games that we have played, which is annoying. The effort from Vanzi is over the bar. Why is it the matches that I pick are the matches that are fairly uneventful? Literally, against Portsmouth, we were 2-0 up at this point and we had about 7 highlights. Millet with the ball to Fred Langton, across to Prévost. Now JLP back to Millet, who's weirdly on the left-hand side. Crosses it to Mercado. His headed effort finds its way past the goalkeeper. We are 1-0 up against Nottingham Forest. We are just increasing our goal difference and we are increasing our points tally to something utterly ridiculous. And I think we're possibly just 2 points behind a playoff spot now. We are 1 point off of a playoff spot, which is currently occupied by Middlesbrough. A couple of victories, and we'll be right in the mix. I genuinely haven't even looked higher than the playoffs. Do we dare look any higher and see maybe, can we possibly get ourselves into an actual automatic promotion spot in our first season? No changes for us at half-time. Rourke Murray, though, is struggling on a 6.5. JLP also on a 6.5 now. So we do need to look at doing some changes. The 1-0 advantage is good, but I'd like it to be a little bit better. Forest not having a huge amount of football. To be honest, nothing's happening in the second half. Right, 70 minutes in. Rourke Murray off. Lelico on. We are also going to do... JLP's gone up to a 6.8, which is not bad whatsoever. Clifton Miller off for Sungui as well. That's all we're going to do for the moment. I'd like a highlight in the second half now. Anything at all would be nice. Anything at all. Literally, Millet, off camera, 8 goals. On camera, nothing. And now Afonso's gone and got himself injured with 5 minutes to play. Yessen's going to come on. Nice straight swap there. And we finally actually have a highlight. Lelico's going to get on the end of Fred Langton's long throw. Is he going to play a through ball or just try and get a chance away for himself? Across to Sungui, the right back, and substitutes into the penalty area. He's hit the bar. Lelico's going to collect it, so the chance is still alive. Fred Langton, the left back now, possibly with some chances. Yes, into Langton. He's been tackled. Keeps hold of the ball. Yes, he does. The former Manchester United man now finally gets tackled, and the ball is cleared upfield. Liao heads it back towards their goal, though. Lelico, keep it in play, please, or Civic can clear the ball for a throw. We are going to see the throw as well. Fred Langton, he's got a long throw on him. Doesn't use it this time. The ball is cleared by Forrest. Orellana, the El Salvador international, collects. But that's all we're going to get. Sungui with a throw. Mercado, back to the throw. Taker Sungui. Is he going to cross? He does. Prevost, with a headed effort, almost finds its way in at the top corner. We win ourselves a corner on the left-hand side. Lelico has gone over to take the corner. Where is it going to go? Front post, back post, or into the middle, towards the back post? Not a single Southport player is there. Sebastian Millet has the ball now. Across to Sungui into the area. Lelico with some space, but it's behind him. He's gone for a rocket anyway, and the goalkeeper makes himself big to save the ball. 5 minutes of injury time because of the injury to our defensive midfielder. Lelico goes over to take the corner. Only 3 Southport players in the box, and we still managed to win the header, but it is over the bar. We're going to see the goal kick. Okay, fair enough. It's upfield. Mercado is going to control it for us. I mean, we have done a lot more in this match than Nottingham Forest. Sorry, Prevost into the penalty area. He's hit the post. Sebastian Millet gets his 23rd goal of the season. He's got one on camera finally, and that is now his 9th goal in 3 games. If he doesn't win Player of the Month for February, it is a con. It is a complete con, and it's just biased. I mean, he's a Liverpool player, so of course he's going to win Player of the Month. We are going to beat Nottingham Forest then 2-0. Absolutely battered them. 24 shots to their 4. A goal for Mercado, a goal for Millet. 3 more points in the bag. We are so close to the playoffs. I'm now going to have a look at the league and see whether we can possibly get automatic promotion. I think we can. So we are 7th place. 1 point behind Middlesbrough. 2 points behind Huddersfield. We are 8 points behind Leeds and West Brom. It's not out of the question, but it's certainly going to be a tough task. Leeds and West Brom. Have we still got to play Leeds and West Brom? No. No, we've played them both. Okay, so next episode then, what are we going to do? We are going to probably go for maybe a Stoke and possibly Charlton, and then we'll end with Bristol City, Brentford. I think we might do something along those lines. Maybe we might come back a little bit earlier. I'm not sure. I always say this and then completely change my mind in between episodes. Oh, great. Rafael Afonso's out for 7 weeks to 9 weeks. So that's pretty much his season over with. Just before we end the episode, we've also made another signing. Honestly, I don't remember signing this guy. I must have made this deal again when he was probably 15 years old. Helio Junio. He's been on trial here for years. Literal years. Which is why he's actually improving. 2-star current ability, 4-star potential. Is he a centre-back? Is he a right-back? Nobody knows. He's only 18. We'll find something for him to do. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Southport. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you're new here and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with more Football Manager with Southport.